It's time for Film-o-rama!
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 3 of Film-o-rama. I'm Logan Marks.
And I'm Sam Baxter.
This is a show where every week your two favorite idiots watch and talk about a movie and a first episode of a TV series. So join us for the good, the bad, and the ugly of streaming entertainment. How you doing, Sam?
You know, I'm doing okay, survived 4th of July fireworks and all that bullshit. How about you?
Oh, yeah. You know what? When I was younger, I used to love 4th of July. It used to be really fun. But now I just don't give a shit anymore.
You know, when we were kids, everything was fun.
That was true.
We didn't have bills, and we didn't have to drive anywhere, and, you feel old sometimes, everything was greater when we were fun, because our parents would buy all our shit, and we'd just have fun with each other and just do things and, blow shit up, man. I remember we'd get so many fireworks. Remember as kids, battles and stuff like that?
Yeah, we would shoot bottle rockets at each other.
Yeah, I know. Roman candle fights.
Roman candles,
yeah. Yeah,
man,
nowadays...
Yeah, it used to be way dangerous. Well, I don't know. I still see YouTube videos where people are still doing stupid shit.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't think we cornered the market on that.
Yeah. No, it was good though, and I prefer to just watch other people do their shit now.
Yeah, well, I remember
saves me money.
Yeah, I remember when the kids were younger. It was I liked it doing it because because it was watching them see the fireworks and they got all excited, and that was fun. But now my kids they're older now, so they don't. They'd rather be out there doing stuff. So I just don't.
Yeah, what's your incentive? You don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, I'm not spending.
You already went through all that.
Yeah, I'm not spending $100 to see something explode.
I know. I do that in movies. I'll watch a movie for that shit. No, but it was good. It was good. It's always good to have barbecue on 4th of July. So.
Oh yeah.
Had some ribs and chicken. So what's been going on with you? Anything new?
Well, before we get into this, I have to tell you the story. My dad, I talked to on 4th of July. I went to go see my parents, and he told me the story. That it made me laugh.
Okay.
He said that he was just minding his business. He was at the gas station. Now my dad. He dresses he's a cowboy.
Yeah,
just like a cowboy, and he kind of looks. He's a Mexican cowboy, so he looks like kind of like the Tapatio guy sometimes.
Yeah.
With the mustache and everything. So
yeah,
he was sitting there. He has his Hummer, and he's at the gas station. He's filling up his gas and just standing there. And all of a sudden he notices this little bus comes by, and it parks in the parking lot of the gas station. And he's like, "What the hell's going on?" And all of a sudden, he says like there's 5 or 6 Asian people come out, and they get out of the vehicle, and they see him, and he sees them, and they're like. They get all excited and they start like fast paced walking towards him, like, and he's like, "What the?" He's like
they're gonna attack him or something.
Yeah, basically, kind of like he was like freaking out. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" It's like kung fu fighting time or what?
Yeah.
So he goes. He gets like he's like kind of defensive, right? So they go there and then they start all pulling out the phones and they start taking pictures of him. and he's like, "What the hell's going on?" And then they're like coming up. He doesn't speak English very well. And they didn't speak English very well. I don't know what he didn't know what race or any nationality they were or anything, but he just knew they were Asian.
Sure.
And they're like all talking to him, but they're like, "Hey," you're pointing at their phones, and they're like wanting to take pictures with him. So and he's like, he doesn't understand what's going on, but they're just like, don't even wait for him to answer. They start jumping in, like getting all close to him, like putting their arm around him, and like they're just snapping shots, like he's a fucking tourist attraction. And he's sitting there and they're just all poking at his hat and looking at pointing at his belt buckle because he has those big old belt buckles. They're just all standing next to it, all yeah, check it out,
Yeah.
And they're snapping pictures, and he's just standing there, not knowing what's going on. And he's just looking around, what the hell is this?
Did they think he was like Vicente Fernandez? Remember that singer?
I don't know. That's what I asked him. I was like, did they ask you to sing or anything? And he was like, no, they just they treated me like a circus monkey. They just basically were like dance monkey, and they're just doing whatever they wanted with him. And then he was like didn't want to do anything because he was so dumbfounded by it.
Yeah, what the hell's going on here? Where are the cameras? Basically?
Yeah, and then so they snapped all these pictures. They get all their little get all situated, and all of a sudden he said they just took off. Got in the van or got in their little bus, and then they just drove away.
So as fast as they got there, they fucking disappeared.
Yeah, it's like he just stood there, I don't know what happened.
What just happened? Yeah, what the hell just happened? Where am I? What the fuck is this? What universe is this?
Yeah, it was like, oh my god! When he told me that story, I was dying laughing because of the way he looked. Like he was still perplexed.
Yeah.
Of what happened, like he could not explain why they were there or anything, but it was just a funny story.
That is so funny because like usually I know like in China, like I've had some coworkers go there. Like there was a black woman who went there, and she says she was like they all wanted pictures with her. They were all touching her hair and stuff. She's like, usually I don't let nobody fuck with my hair, but she goes, I know they don't see black people too much, so she was okay with them.
She's like, all right, it's all right, little people.
yeah, she was like, all right, I'll let you fuckers do this, but but she, because I mean, I don't want to say they were from China because I'm sure Koreans and a lot of other countries know what all these other races. I know in China, they're pretty they keep they want to keep it pure Chinese, right? They don't allow a lot of interracial mixing and all that stuff. So maybe they're Chinese. I don't know. Never seen a Mexican cowboy. I just wonder who they thought he was.
I know.
That's what gets me.
Well, I mean,
he was like a wrestler, like Rey Mysterio. Eddie Guerrero or something,
Yeah.
Like what the fuck, but
I don't think he's Hulk Hogan, but like just some
I know,
crazy ass,
Mexican Hulk Hogan or something. Oh man, that's awesome. That is curious, and like you said, your dad doesn't know a lot of English, so he couldn't really get a lot of things out of there.
Well, even if he did, they weren't speaking English either.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
He's like, I didn't know what they were saying because usually someone speaks to him in English, he can grasp some of it, but he was like, I don't know what they were saying. They were just or why they were excited. But it was just funny.
Yeah, that is awesome. That's a good story. I just wonder why he. I'm just curious who they thought he was, but that's so weird. He's just a fucking sideshow. Main attraction, I guess. The town that he was in, he was probably one of our small towns. I'm assuming he was. I just wonder what the fuck they were doing down there.
Maybe they were just driving through to go to a bigger area, or
yeah, because the town he was probably in, there's not a lot of Asians there, So,
yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. It's mainly Native Americans and Mexicans. So that's really perplexing what the fuck they were doing. But what's weird is because like my one of my bosses one time, he's Korean, and he tells me, yeah, I went down to that area. Because I told him where I grew up. He's like, yeah, really? He's like, yeah, I went down to that area and I was picking like fruit. Me and my family, like a bunch of them that are Korean. Mm-hmm. So maybe they were out there doing something like that, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know, but I thought it was.
That's so weird. Hey, pull over! Look, I see him. No. Fucking pull over at the gas station and they all jump your dad. All right, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. That's good.
Well, we should get on to the show. So the series that we're going to start out with is it's called The Old Man, and this is on FX, and you can watch it on Hulu. It's a action drama thriller. Has Jeff Bridges in it and John Lithgow, which I was surprised because I love John Lithgow. So
they're both good actors.
Yeah, when I saw him on there, I was like, yeah, I got to watch this. So basically, it's about a former CIA officer who's living off the grid. He finds himself on the run from people that want to kill him. It's a simple premise. So what did you think of it?
I think it started out like at the very beginning. I didn't know what was going on. It seemed pretty slow. That when he was in the doctor's office, and that doctor was just like a dick to him. It is, old man, right? This type of shit. And but when it picked up, when the action started going and you kind of started revealing what was going on, I was like, okay, man, like this guy, it makes me wonder because a lot of times, like I go to town, I see like a bunch of older folks like hanging in the coffee shops and things, and it makes me wonder how you said he's ex-CIA agent. I wonder how many people have those type of skeletons in the closet. Some of the people that I see in those stores, they look really old and kind of frail. Yeah, but you probably shouldn't fuck with them. This is one show that you don't fuck with this guy. I mean, Jeff Bridges, good actor. I've liked him since Tron, back in the early '80s. He's always done good. He's always done good work, and of course, like you said, John Lithgow, fantastic actor. Many shows and movies, but I thought it was really good. I felt like it was really, really they had a good chemistry to them. You know, they both knew what they had done in the past, which they don't, you know, you don't know completely in the first episode. But they revealed that they have a history together and they have a mutual respect, although they know that, hey, you know, things should happen and now it's time to, you know, pay the price.
Yeah.
Very well done. I thought it was really good. Good action, good story, good acting.
Yeah, I liked it. Like you said, it was slow. I didn't think it was that slow at the beginning. Like I found the first 10 minutes really. I thought it more was intriguing because I really liked the aspect with his wife going through the dementia.
Yeah,
and how he
that was sad.
It was sad. It's basically like everything in his life was kind of had fallen apart, and he was just kind of just didn't want any have to deal with.
He just
all
wanted to live out his life.
Yeah, he just wanted to be. He wanted to be with his daughter, be able to, him and his daughter just to be left alone. And I think that I liked that aspect because it was kind of it had a nice build up to it. And then once there was that dog attack when the dog attack with the robber comes in, and I just liked it because once it hit that point, it just like the story just like kind of popped open, and you're like, oh yeah, I want to see the rest of it.
Yeah, you know, they portrayed him as like you said, like he was worried about having dementia and he was kind of unsure of his life and things like that, and you know, deeply missed his wife. You know, having lots of memories of her. You know, he loved her, and you felt like he was just kind of a helpless old man until that happens. Like, holy shit, this motherfucker is not to be fucked with. You know, it was good, and you know, I like the show. I don't think all the episodes have aired yet, but. I'll continue watching the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue watching it. I also like the way John Lithgow's the motivation for him being a villain, because he basically wants everything just to go away.
Yeah,
and for him just to like go away,
stay buried.
Yeah, but I just didn't understand why he like had to keep not be able to see his daughter.
Why the old man couldn't see his daughter?
Where Jeff Bridges couldn't see his daughter. Why? I guess he had to. If he was going to leave, he had to leave and leave everything behind. But
well, he told him, you know, I know you have a daughter, you know, I'm going to use her to get to you. So leave her out of this. If you don't want her to be involved, if you don't want her to be, you know, dragged to the mud,
yeah, you
know, leave her out of it. So it's basically he's giving a warning, like I said, there's a mutual respect to them. You know, things must have went on. Like you said, this happened 30 years earlier. So things went on that they can't really reveal, or they can't, you know, he wants to keep buried. You know, John Lithgow didn't want that to come out. And that's his incentive for being there. Yeah, I got to make sure this shit don't come out, because I got a lot of shit to answer for, you know, and then my head's going to be on the plate. So it was good. I enjoyed it. I will watch it again, like I said. And it sounds like you will too, because it's fucking good ass movie, good ass show. I give it like 5 stars.
Yeah, it was good. I also like the fighting scenes were really good. Like Jeff Bridges being like in the 70s. I like I said, I thought it was gonna be. I think I told you earlier. I thought it was gonna be like the last Clint Eastwood movie, where like it just felt like they propped him up and they're just like throwing guys at him and they were just like,
anywhere he swung, he was connecting.
It'd be like a foot away. They're just like flying away.
Yeah,
the fight scenes were really good. The one with that agent when after they crashed and he fought.
Yeah,
it reminded me of the Peter Griffin with the chicken fight, because it just kept going.
I didn't see that. But no. I mean, I didn't see Peter Griffin. I didn't watch that. But yeah, no. It was good. Like, yeah, the fighting scenes were good. Like, I was hoping it wasn't gonna be like all one sided. Like, he's so fucking badass, nobody can get a punch on him. You know, it was gonna be, but it was good because, you know, the guy was younger, so the guy had that on, you know, his advantage. Yeah. But the old man, you know, Jeff Bridges, just like, he just had a few more tricks. He was just ruthless, and it's just like, man, it was a good fight. It was really well done. Like, the fight scene was good, and it wasn't like those shaky ass cameras. Like, remember like the Jason Bourne movies?
Oh, where they're like all really tight, all close up and shaky.
God, I hate that. That's what I don't like about like American like fight scene movies. Is the cameras are too close and you can't see shit, and it really bothers me. And that probably goes back to, you know, watching a lot of the old like Hong Kong, you know, type of, you know, remember the movies like Kung Fu Theater.
Movies, yeah.
You know, they were always full shot. It was all acrobatic.
It was always white screen, so you could see all the moves. Well, because that's what they're showcasing. You know,
exactly. But then they do them in American movies, and they try to do those same scenes, and the camera's so fucking close you can't see shit, and they just try and trick you. And you know, I've talked to people and they're like, oh my god, I used to work with these guys, and like, yeah, that Jason Bourne, he's such a good fighter. I'm like, you can't see anything. He's like, what do you mean? I go, the camera's so close. He's like, yeah, but see how fast? I go, no, I didn't, because the camera's too fucking close. Like, you could have put like a 500-pound guy up there and made him look good. Like you said, Clint Eastwood, you know, he's all old and he's dropping all these guys who are like, you know, an eighth of his age. You know, he's all kicking their asses, and it's like, you can't see anything. And it's like, fuck this. Like, I don't appreciate when the camera's that close. And this show had it like, you know, you could see everything. The fight went on. I mean, he remember when the young guy grabbed his finger and like bent it, like oh, I was like, holy shit, like damn, that was, you know, you kind of do what you need to do to get out. You know, when you're in a move, you'll kind of do whatever you got to do, and it was good. It was good. Yeah. It was well done. I liked it.
And it seems
like
stars? Because when he got out of the car and it, like he let the dog loose, I was like, oh, he's gonna have the dog attack.
Dogs.
So like the whole time I was like, when's the dog coming? Because he kept fighting and fighting, and like
same here.
It was like the Peter Griffin fight I with the chicken where he just like kept going and kept going. Like
yeah,
but it kept going, and I kept waiting for those fucking dogs to come back, and and just when you didn't expect it, they come out of nowhere.
But it was kind of weird because the dog. Remember they went a few miles and then they crashed and the dogs are right there.
Well, it took because they were still fight for a while after that, and then they had.
Well, they were they were upside down in the car.
Yeah, so they were. I think they were passed out for a little bit, and then like it took an amount of time for the dogs to get there. I don't think they traveled that far.
I hope not. I was like, what the fuck? They just showed up because. Yeah, because I mean he was speeding. Remember he was going down that road. But anyway, it was good. It was really good. It was really well done. I don't have any problems with it, honestly. I think it was really well done.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm kind of savoring because I'll probably wait until there's a little bit more episodes.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
And then watch it so I can kind of.
Yeah, I don't want to wait every week.
Yeah, but yeah, I really liked it. I just like you. I'd also give it 5 stars.
All right. Fuck yeah! Everyone listen to that shit and watch it.
All right, well, go ahead and. What's the movie that we're watching?
So the movie that we watched this week is called Blue Bayou on HBOmax. Did you get to check it out?
I did check it out.
Okay, so the synopsis is a Korean American man raised in the Louisiana Bayou works hard to make a life for his family. He must confront the ghost of his past as he discovers that he could be a deporter from the country he has ever called home. The only country he's ever called home. So this was. Well, tell me, what do you think?
I did not like it.
Okay.
I wanted to like this movie. I thought the acting was good. The little girl was amazing. I loved her character.
Yeah, she was a good character.
It just, I think the wife really annoyed me.
Okay.
Because a lot of the problems was caused by her.
Okay.
And because it's just, I guess what annoyed me the most is like there was this guy her ex-husband or whatever he was, the
policeman, Ace.
The police guy. Yeah, he was actually a decent person, but he wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
She was not letting him.
She wouldn't let him see
the kid. Like all he wanted to do was like have time with his child, but they made him sound like he was the bad guy. This whole thing.
Well, she kept saying that he was the one that left. He was the one that broke him up.
Yeah, he broke up, but then like he wanted to come back, and she was like, "Well, I'm not gonna let you see him. I'm not gonna let you see him." So like,
okay,
like it feels like her being an asshole through this whole thing was the main cause of the whole movie. And by the end of it, I just did not give a shit if they deported him or not.
Okay,
but I understand the whole thing is based on the
actual events that's happened to people.
Yeah, and I get it, and it just kind of annoyed me because the main character, he wasn't that great of a guy. I mean, he was a fucking thief. He was,
well, he had a past. He used to steal motorcycles in his past, and he had a couple of felonies. I think when he was younger, it's because we find out that he's adopted, right? And then the people that adopted him beat the shit out of him all the time. The dad did, and so he had a hard. I think he had a hard life, And I think he ran into some troubles because he left there, right? Remember, he's like, I'm fucking out when he was, as soon as he could, he left.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had hard times, and he got in trouble a couple times. And I think, he seemed like a good father. When his life, his friendship with the stepdaughter was really good.
Yeah, they did have a good relationship. I can see that.
She loved him. He loved her, just like she was, his own. And he really tried to take care of him. He really wanted to take care of them. He wanted to do things for him. He wanted to be a fun dad, right? The dads always kind of want to be the fun ones. The moms are more of like, hey, stop this shit. We got to be realistic, right? And that's kind of like how some of the fighting started. And of course,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if she did not act like such an asshole about it, because I mean, she was the daughter was complaining or was worried that she wouldn't be loved anymore because they are having that new kid.
Well,
so he's like, let me take a
remember
day,
the fight. Remember they were arguing about going on vacation. He wanted to go. She's like, no, we don't have money. And they were kind of getting a little bit loud, and the cops heard. Remember, the cop was her ex-husband, and then the dickhead.
It's because she was already aggravated because he had didn't take her to school, but actually,
I know. Yes, yeah. No. I'm just saying, like, that other cop was a dick. Remember the one that would beat up on Antonio, the main character?
Yeah, the cops. Yeah, there was the two cops, and one of them was he's just a general asshole.
Yeah, he was like. Remember, he had him called ice on him, and
yeah,
he's like, "Yeah, I'm doing you a favor," and all this shit. Her mom was pretty bitchy too. Remember, her mom was always, like, leave him alone. Stop. Leave the Asian guy. But it was yeah. If the mom would have let the dad, see the kid, it probably wouldn't have been as bad. But I kind of still feel like that other cop still would have been busting the main guy Antonio's chops anyway. Like. That guy was just an asshole.
He was an asshole, but like
he was just a dick.
Because like of the situation, he directed it towards them.
I know what I'm saying though is I get the feeling that even if he got to see the daughter, I still feel like the other cop would have not liked him just because he was Asian. See what I'm saying? He would have still had a problem with him, like, oh, that guy's sleeping with your ex, woman.
No, I think he was just a dick all
That's
around.
what I'm saying. Yeah, he was just an asshole. He was just a dick. But anyway, I think that I felt like it was because you hear about like stories that happen like that, where people they get adopted, but the parent, the paperwork's not filed correctly.
Yeah,
and then they kind of lose out. They've been here 20, 30, 40 years, and then like, hey, by the way, you got to leave. And they have no ties back to the country they were born in, right? Yeah. Just like him. He's like,
yeah, I get it. But
that was hard.
That I can understand that was hard, but to me, like, I'm thinking about the movie because it was basically like when I watched it, it was annoying because they kept adding, like I enjoyed the first half, but it the more it went on, it kind of unraveled. There was just too many things going on. Like all of a sudden, like they bring up his mom. Like, and that's like that becomes an issue. It's like, oh, my mom, and the mom never even beat him. She just never left the husband, because she was fucking scared too. But he made it sound like she was a piece of shit because like, you didn't defend me. I was like, well, I mean, she was in the same boat you were. She just didn't know how to do it, And
I think what bothered him is that she didn't leave with him. He's like, let's get the fuck out of here. Like, this is our way to leave.
Yeah, but
she wouldn't do it.
Yeah, she's still a victim too. I mean, so
I know that's what he's saying. He's like, hey, we're victims. Let's go. And she wouldn't leave. That's what I think hurt him.
Yeah, and then they had like the cop situation and her situation, and then that was there, and then the deportation, and then there's that weird relationship with that Asian lady that just comes out of nowhere. Yeah,
Parker. That she was that Vietnamese woman.
Yeah, she just came in and she had cancer, and for some reason they just like messing with her. Just like kept showing up, and I'm like, where's this woman coming from? Why is she even in the movie?
That relationship was like so contrived. Like it seemed like
it was just forced. It felt forced. Yeah.
It was like, I didn't get that. It's like you've never seen this woman before in this little dinky town, and all of a sudden now, she was kind of there like just to help him the whole time.
And again, showing up, and there's like they're going to her house and going to a party and stuff, and I'm like, what?
I know that felt pretty forced. I don't understand. I think it was just a friend that he could have. It almost seemed like if he wasn't married, he could have fucked her,
That's what I was at first, because like when she showed up, I first thought it was his mom, maybe. because she just kind of showed up, and I thought maybe like, oh, maybe
she was talking to them all friendly, like they were.
Yeah,
like they
and
knew
maybe
each other.
maybe like she knows. Okay, like I know I'm your mother, and I thought that was gonna be the angle they were gonna go with that one.
Nope.
And nope, it was just like, oh, I'm just some weird Asian lady that just shows up, and you were at my house one day, and you were having a party, and your wife's doing karaoke.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, what the hell's going on?
The heist was good. The motorcycle heist was not bad.
That was cool, but that also made me mad because I'm like, well, I can understand why he did it, but I'm like, your whole purpose is to try to stay in the country and not look like a fucking criminal, and that's the first thing you're doing.
I know, but yes, I get that, and that shows people who have their backs up against the wall. Sometimes you're like, fuck, because they needed $5,000 from that lawyer.
Yeah, but he didn't want to get it any other way. That was like the easiest way for him. And then there was a part like it kept going, and then at this point where he goes to the trial to discuss if he's going to stay in the country or not.
Yeah.
And he doesn't show up because he gets beat up by the asshole cop.
That asshole cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like he like they're all there at the court. Even the other cop, like the ex-husband cop, he shows up to support them.
Yeah, because he doesn't want. He thinks that if he gets deported, they'll all leave. He thinks his wife will take his daughter, so he didn't.
But he did that.
So he was there to support.
He supported, yeah, and then like she's still like, no, you can't see my kid. You can't see your kid. Which even made me mad because, like, to me, it's like you started this whole thing and you made the whole thing worse.
I know. Just let him see. I mean, unless there was a history where he would beat up the little girl, that might be.
But
different.
but there was nothing there about that. It just,
I know.
All they said was that he had left.
He left. Yeah.
And then he came back and said, "Hey, I fucked up. I left, but I'm back. I want to be your life." And they're just like. Nope. Sorry, nope. You have no. It's like well, fuck that. I mean, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And then there's.
I know.
And then so they have the trial, right, or whatever it is, and he doesn't show up because he gets beat up, and all these people are there to support him, and then because he doesn't show up because he gets beat up, all of a sudden they just everybody just abandons him, no. He goes to the house and he's banging on the windows like, hey, my ass is fucking kicked, I'm bleeding everywhere. But she does not answer the door because she's mad at him with no concern about where he's at.
Well, remember she was calling all day, and then her mom. Remember I was saying earlier, her mom was a bitch, and her mom's like, don't answer that door. Remember her mom?
Yeah, but still, he's gone all day, right? This is the big thing for him, and they act like he just decided not to show up.
So remember that she was already mad at him because he had lied about his mother being alive, and he had lied about. He said he got an advancement from his tattoo parlor job when he lied that because he was stealing motorcycles. So she was already pretty pissed off at him.
Yeah, but she was still there at the courthouse.
I know.
And then all of a sudden, she's doesn't want to see him anymore. Doesn't even no concern about his health or his well-being.
She could have opened the door.
She could have. Yeah. Why not open the door and say, "Hey, you're a piece of shit," and then oh wait, what happened to you? But it was just kind of dumb. She's just like, "Oh, don't answer the door." I'm like, why wouldn't you?
Just to show him, I guess. I don't know, or maybe because hey, I was mad at you so bad, and you got me to come support you, so I did, and then you don't show up, so you made me fucking egg on my face.
So I'd be like, why didn't you show up? That would be my question. Is wouldn't you want to know?
I maybe she was really just done with him. She was like, "Fuck him. I don't need this guy anymore."
Yeah, but would you want to know why he didn't show up? Especially if he shows up afterwards, you'd be like, at least get some sort of resolution on why.
I don't know. I mean, how some people when they're done, they're done. Like, I don't fucking care anymore.
Well,
that's
just kind of stuff that bothered me about the movie.
I get that. I know. If he would have just opened the door, she would have seen that he was beat up. He didn't skip out on it. He was fucking jumped and beaten to a pulp. But yeah, if she would have opened the door, she would have found out right there what was going on. But she didn't. I'm not saying what she did was right, but I do know people like that who are like, fuck them. Like, that's it. Like, I don't give a fuck. If I find out later, I find out later. And then, which she did, but I know. It's aggravating, but sometimes shit like that happens, right? Not everyone's as smart as us, man. Okay? Not everyone makes great decisions like you and I. So
I don't know. You're defending this movie a lot. I think you liked it. Did you like it?
I thought it was okay. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was okay. I didn't. The things that bothered me was that, like you said, the relationship with that Vietnamese woman felt a bit contrived. I didn't. She just kind of kept showing up. You know, I didn't like that. I kind of didn't like some of the camera work, where some of it was really shaky. Like when he's running and it's just like right there and it's super shaky. And it felt like I said, the Jason Bourne movies.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. Like, it was like too shaky like that. And it just didn't really. That just bothers me. I don't feel like that's. I remember they were doing that in the early 2000s. Like, it was all brand new. I was like, come on, fucking give that up. I did, the bayou area. It looked all right. I liked some of the scenery, but it looked, pretty run down as well. Maybe just where they lived. I don't know much about all that area, but it was interesting to see that. I didn't hate it. I thought it was okay. The message to me more of families being torn apart after somebody been living here for so many years. To me, I was able to see that point over the shitty mom, and so that's what, to me, I'd give it like 2.5 stars.
Yeah, I'd give it about 2 stars. Like I said, it started out good, and then just kind of unraveled and just didn't really. After a while, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
About the situation. I just wanted to finish it so we can talk about it in the movie, but the podcast.
Yeah. But it was good that he allowed. He let her go. He knew that the daughter needed to be with the real dad, and that was pretty helpful. He made a good move.
Yeah, I didn't expect that ending.
No, neither did I.
That
was nice.
But yeah, like I said, I probably would not watch it again.
I wouldn't watch it again either.
I would recommend it to anybody, but
I might, but it depends on the fucking type of crowd. But yeah, I wouldn't bring it up to my buddies or anything. Hey, watch this fucking shit.
You gotta watch.
I tell them about the old man. The old man, I'll fucking tell people about, but not this one, no sir. Yeah, so next week we're gonna watch the TV show Wellington Paranormal. It's on HBOmax. I'm a HBO whore, so.
And the movie.
It's a comedy. So.
Is it a comedy?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a comedy.
Oh, okay.
New Zealand type shit. It's gonna be a little bit different. So.
Okay, I like New Zealand comedy. It's like a Flight of the Conchord kind of stuff.
I really don't know a lot about it, so we'll see how it is. We'll check it out.
All right. And then the movie we're going to be watching is going to be Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which I'm excited to watch because I really wanted to watch this. I didn't go to the theater at the time because I don't like to go to theaters anymore. So
okay.
I've been waiting for this to come out on streaming for a while.
On Disney?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk about those next week, huh?
All right, that sounds good. So bye,
All right.
everybody.
All right, take it easy. Bye-bye.